Welcome to NumFocus Presents Give Me Five, where we explore open science, community, and collaboration in just 5 minutes. I'm your host, Marielle Kanene. You can call me MK. In every episode, we'll meet a contributor, organizer, or partner from the NumFocus global community to hear their story in 5 questions or 5 ways they make open source thrive. Our first guest is John Carney, chair of the PyData Global Steering Committee, organizer of PyData Manchester, PyData London, and founder and independent principal AI engineer of PDFTA and Field of Play co-founder. John,
That's okay.
when do you sleep?
I don't know. When you list them all like that, it sounds crazy. But thank you for
You,
having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
what's one lesson you've learned from building an open source?
The most important lesson is the importance of communication. And I think that is clarity of communication. Because again, communication is a broad subject itself. Being able to say, this is what we're trying to do, this is why we're trying to do it, I'd be able to, stand on that message and it being the core to say to other people, get involved with this is why it's good. But also for me to be able to come back to this every time of when we get driving into the depths of catering nuances for a conference or some kind of logistics thing of what we're trying to do. Okay, cool. This is the core message is about improving education, helping people build a forum for data folks. This helps us even with random things like catering and stuff like this. And the more I understand it, the more I can communicate it to. I think that's the single most important thing in importance of communication.
In addition to communication, give me 5 words that you would describe that would describe your community.
Well, I'm going to say what I aspire to. Other people may disagree. First one being welcoming. By definition, we're a data community. I think making it welcoming is fundamental. So people can come in, get a taste, and if they like it, embrace it and enjoy it. 5 words. So one, being welcoming. Two, informative. More we can learn, and sometimes it's about things that are really, really easy to see. Some of it is things that by easy to see, I mean kind of, okay, how do I learn pandas better or whatever else. Some of it can be things that are a bit broader. Practical, so that we have some actual use we can make of it, whatever form it is. Transparent. Transparent, I think, is a really important one. So we can see how we work, why we work. Parsimonious. Yeah,
Parsimonious?
parsimonious, which is doing as much as is necessary and no more. So we're not all about being flamboyant. We're not about, all the hype of this and that and the other and saying, as much as is useful without singing singing and dancing about everything.
You work with volunteers,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so local and even around the world. How do you manage to keep everyone motivated and on the same page?
So I think it's worth just clarifying for the sake of the question. I'm a volunteer myself. None of this work is paid work. I think the most important thing is trying to understand what different folks are getting out of things. So one element is I've been asking folks recently is what kind of commitment can you give? And none of those are bad or different. It just means there's an idea of you may be able to give more at some times than at others. And understanding what people want from the volunteering work that they're doing, how they want to help, what they want, what experience they might want for themselves. And that's totally valid, by the way, wanting to get something out of it yourself. So being flexible, understanding different people's motivations and how we can work towards them, I think is key.
What are 5 ways for folks in our community to support you in the work that you're doing?
I don't have 5 ways people to get involved. I think
Or,
probably 3. The
yeah,
first one is reach out. Whether that's attending, whether that's messaging myself or one of the other co-organizers, asking questions, engaging with our social media, and asking to speak, any of these kind of things. Other things are way more dull, but liking and commenting and reposting things is tremendously helpful. And of course, the most helpful and hopefully the most rewarding for for everyone involved is come along, whether it be PyData Manchester, whether it be one of the other PyDatas, whether it be one of the conferences, come along. Hopefully you enjoy it, you learn something, you get involved, and you feel like it's practical, informative, and parsimonious.
What's one change that you would like to see in open science or in the wider open source ecosystem by 2030?
This is a massive, massive statement, I think. But I feel there is so much value to the overall global economy, whether it be in science and research, industry, everything from open source tools. And I'm using that incredibly broadly. I would like us to have a better definition and a better clarity of message on why the work we do is so valuable, so we can get more resources, continue the work we're doing to double down on the impact. So hopefully, an awful lot of open source workers, an awful lot of folks who give their time to open source can, maybe get paid a little bit better to actually devote time to what is fast becoming one of the backbones of the global economy, certainly the global tech economy.
Thank you, John. This was awesome. Truly grateful for your time and your wisdom and your continued volunteer leadership throughout the non-focus community. We're excited to share your story and the exciting work that your community is building. So
Thanks,
uh,
Ben.
before we hop off, can you give me five?
Nice.
Help us max the stack by donating this giving season.